Alright, so this is a special two-parts video review of Transformers Titans Return Titan Class Trypticon. Today we're going to be taking a look in this parter at the Deluxe action figure and the Titan Master, which is Full Tilt and Necro. So before we take a look at the action figure at hand, let's put him aside for a moment and let's go ahead and get the first stage out of the way, and that is, as per take of every single video review, the packaging that the figure comes in. So as you can see, even though we're not getting to this big guy till tomorrow, here is a nice artwork of Trypticon in this very big box. As you can see, it takes up the whole reviewing station, with my lamps basically just glaring all over the place on this packaging. If I was to shut this off real quickly, you can see there's 6-Shot right there in the packaging, and there is Sky Shadow, if I'm not mistaken, that's his name. I have yet to see either one of these leader class figures in stores. I don't know what's taking so long, but the distribution here sucks, to tell you the truth. Anyway, not to complain about distribution, let's go ahead and get back to the packaging so we can move on to the action figure at hand for today's review. So here's a nice look at Trypticon in all three modes: in his dinosaur mode, Nemesis starship mode, and the Nemesis base mode, which looks sick. I love it. So here's Titans Return, Titan Class, Decepticon, Necro, and Decepticon Full Tilt. And of course down here in big bold words we got Trypticon with the Decepticon insignia right there. On the side over here we got the Hasbro logo, ages 8 and up, Transformers going all the way to the top, which leads up to the Misaligned Generations logo at the top right corner. I love it. Alright, so here's a look at the back of the packaging with the same picture of Trypticon in his dinosaur mode. Here's a look at the Deluxe action figure Full Tilt with the Titan Master, Necro, who transforms in one step, obviously. Here's a look at the Nemesis base mode, with some reason promoting some Autobots with it, which is weird, but hey, it makes up for it because there's Sky Shadow, a Decepticon, as far as I know. And then down here is the Nemesis starship mode, which transforms into 15 steps, very simple. And here's a look at the gimmick going on with Trypticon being able to eat as many Titan Masters as you could possibly own. And then there's the escape hatch of the belly for Trypticon there for the Titan Masters to be free. Here's a look at some also available figures as well. There's your Titan Master, there's your Deluxe, there's your Voyager, and then there's your leader class figure, which I still want to get a hold of, just can't find. And that's basically going to do it for the packaging, except for maybe one other thing. If I turn this around real quickly without knocking the backdrop over. Brief little summary here. Oh, sorry, not brief. This is actually quite a bit here to read, but if you want to read it, go ahead and pause the viewer. Let me make this a little easier for you. There. Now, if you want to read it, go ahead and pause the viewer. Here's a look at the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And there's the very nice Decepticon logo. And that's going to do it for the packaging. Let's get this out of the way and get to the figure, shall we? Sorry to hold off the review for an extra minute, but I just got to go ahead and get through the last of the specifics that come with this packaging. And that is basically your trading card of Trypticon with the very nice artwork that was at the front of the packaging. On to the back here, and basically we got Trypticon, Decepticon Necro, and Decepticon Full Tilt, all in their glory of the tech specs with 2020, 18, and 20. I don't know what's going on there with skills, but it was almost perfection, but I guess nothing can be perfect, right? So there's the trading card. And here's the set of instructions that comes with Trypticon as well. And if you flip it on the back, you will see that there's 158 stickers that needs to be applied to both Trypticon and the Deluxe action figure, and we'll get to that very shortly. And as you can see, I've already taken the liberty of putting every single one on in 2 nights, and that's quite a bit. And it was very stressful because they are very tiny. Oh, the nightmares I had. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at Decepticon Full Tilt in all of his purplish glory of a Cybertronian car, which I believe that was his G1 counterpart anyway. Just some Cybertronian car that looked kind of like this, just not as modernized. As you can see, as I mentioned earlier, yes, there are some stickers to put on the Deluxe figure. I forgot his name, my apologies, but yeah, it's just 2 little foil stickers here, which do look nice. They do pop in the direct sunlight, or whatever reflection is going on here, my lamps for instance. But that's basically it for your details on this guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, the sculpting is pretty nice all over the place. There's lots of detail, nice to look at, but there's hardly any paint at all on this guy. The rims aren't painted. This portion here is actually painted, and it is a difference in the purple color. This is not a discoloration going on, no special effect on my camera. This is what you're seeing here. It is like a very pale looking purplish color. So that's paint right there. There's paint down here at the bottom, which is obviously going to be his chest plate in robot mode. And there's that different purple color right there, so that's paint as well. But that's basically it, just these spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all the paint you get on this guy, unless you count the Titan Master. So here is Necro in his all purple and black head glory, and you're not really going to get all this detail here. It's going to be very difficult to show off, but it's not bad, just doesn't have any paint love. So anyway, let's transform him real quickly so you can get a good look at the head, which does actually have some nice paint. So we got some silver going on here for the top portion of the head, and then we got a nice red visor here, which definitely reminds me of Soundwave, some way. So yeah, so there's that. Yeah, I'll transform him back so you can see this. There's also the gimmick where every single Deluxe or even Scout figures, when it comes to the Titans, they have the ability to be placed on the inside, and now he can go for a ride with full tilt. So there's that. He also has a blaster here, which is nice. Got a lot of detail on it. It's just black though. But yeah, you can peg this in right here, and now he's got a turn on the top of his carb, which makes sense. It's pretty cool. And that's basically it. All this does is roll around. There's not much else going on here, so let's go ahead and do a side-by-side comparisons real quickly with another Deluxe figure, something of the past. So here's Movie Barricade, Premium Edition, back in 2007, 2008. So as you can see, for a Deluxe action figure, they definitely have shrunk down, but still, not too bad. Just needs some paint, for crying out loud. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy into his robot mode so we can wrap this review up real quickly. And the last thing that needs to be done here is to form the head. There we go. So here is Full Tilt in all of his purplish glory. Yeah. He's just a giant purple robot in disguise. Yeah. Again, there's not much really to explain here. I mean, it is what it is. It's the budget cut, let's be honest. This is the figure that basically got the chopping block in the end, because it's not about this action figure here, it's all about TRYPTICON. But for what it is a nice additional offering from Hasbro. They didn't have to do this. Well, okay, they did have to, because he does actually have one more feature, which we'll get to in part 2 of this review mini-series. So let's just go ahead and give him his blaster here so you can get the all look on this guy. So, you know, he's okay. He's basically a drone, just to tell you the truth. He's just there. Do some size comparison. So let's bring in real quickly the previous reviewed action figure in this channel, and that's basically Deluxe Windblade from Titan's Return. Very cool action figure. So as you can see, Full Tilt is just a tad taller than her, which makes sense since she's a fembot anyway. Just not as nicely painted. I'm just being honest. And just because you knew I was going to do this, let's bring in a Voyager figure. Someone hasn't been here in the reviewing station in a while. Optimus Prime, who's having difficulty standing up right now. That's better. But yeah, as you can see, a Voyager, it's definitely going to outclass the deluxe figure in scale anyway, so there's your good look at that, and not much else to say there. Okay, so let's get to the specifics on this guy. Outside of just being completely purple, let's get to the articulation. Something that's really good on this guy. Quite impressive, to tell you the truth. I was not expecting this at all. So he does have the standard articulated head joint for all Titan Master figures. So you get a little up and down, you get your inquisitive posing from left to right, and then you get your full-on rotation. So there's that. And then we got a ball joint here at the shoulders, and we also got a hinge joint here for up and down movement, so you can get as much play as you so choose. He can even hit himself. Stop it. Okay, so we got a bicep swivel joint here, which I was not expecting at all. I'm actually impressed. We got single jointed elbows, which does get 90 degrees of play. Nothing at the wrist, but that's nothing to cry about anyway. That's your standard deluxe action figures these days. Nothing at the waist. We do have some leg movement here, quite a bit as a matter of fact, on a nice hinge joint, so that much going forward, that much going back. You do get your inward and outward movement. As a matter of fact, you get it all. So there's your JCVD pose, so there you have that. And then we got a thigh swivel joint here. We do have single jointed knees, which does get 90 degrees of play, and that's all you could really ask for. And that's basically it for articulation. It's too bad that there's nothing beyond that. Nothing at the feet, no up and down movement, no hinge joint, no ankle rocker system. It would have been nice, but hey, it just wasn't in the budget. To tell you the truth, outside of this figure lacking in color, he is quite impressive, and I really dig him. He is very cool, but he's just not the main attraction of this toy as a whole. Just throwing it out there. I mean, if you're really going to buy this set, it's for TRYPTICON. It's not for Full Tilt. It's not for Necro. It's for TRYPTICON. And, you know, that's really all there is to say about this guy. He's just filler. And he does serve his purpose for TRYPTICON. And we'll get to TRYPTICON in the next video review. So questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of this video. If you like today's video review, hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see other video reviews similar to one that you're seeing here today. Until then, this is your King Red is Power signing off, showing you the back of the figure because I forgot to do that. There you go. And that's going to end this review. So thank you very much for watching. Then we got Titans Return down here. Decepticon Negro. God dang it. Decepticon Necro.